Om Sahanavadatu Sahanau Bhunattu Sagaveryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Athato Brahma Jigyasa Janmadyasya Yataha Page number 87, first line. Satsutu Vedanta Vakyeshu Jagataha Janmadi Karanavadishu Tadartha Grahana Dardhyaya Anumanamapi Vedanta Vākya Avirodhi Pramanam Bhavate Na Nivaryate. Vedanta Vakyeshu Satsu Tu. Vakyas being there. Vedanta Vakyas being there. Only Sutsu Eva Tu iti Eva Kararte. Satsu Eva iti artha. And which Vakyas? Jagataha Janmadi Karana Vadishu Vakyeshu Satsu. Shruti Vakyas which present Vadi. Karana Vadi. Vadi means Vadati iti Vadi. Shruti Vakya is called Vadi here. Karanavadi. Karanavadishu Vakyeshu. Presenting Brahma as the Jagat Karanam. Jagataha Janmadi Karanavadi Vakyas being there. Like even Yato Vayimani Bhutani Jayante Tadaikshata, such sentences. Tad artha grahana dardhyaya. Artha grahana, grasping the meaning, the import, the teaching, the artha of those vakya. Tad artha, tesham artha. Vedanta vakyānām jagataha janmādi kārana vādīnām vakyānām arthasya grahana. Understanding the meaning, owning the meaning of those vakyas. And artha grahanasya dardhyam dridabhavaha. Firm conviction, firm understanding. Aparoksha jnanam ityartha. For the sake of aparoksha jnana. Tikakara says here, dardhyam means samshaya viparyaya nivrittihi. Removal of all sambhavita samshayas, all doubts. Not only all the doubts that one has, but also the other possible doubts if there are any. So sambhavita samshayanam nivrittihi. Removal of the doubts. The Shastra also teaches us how to look into these doubts. How to look at these doubts. What do the doubts mean? What is the cause for this doubt? And is the cause valid? Looking into the cause of this doubt, whether I am making conclusion without pramana, etc. Looking into that. Avichara siddham, etc. All that, looking into that. And then the Shruti also gives us the handles to analyze the questions. It is not possible that the Guru is always with me. There will be a time when the Guru is not with me, I am not with the Guru, it happens. But then the Guru empowers me makes me capable of analyzing any possible sandehas as they arise. That's why the prakriyas, etc., they are there. Various prakriyas, various vadas, they are all various upayas, etc., lingas, shadlingas, etc., that's all there. And then the language also helps in that. Familiarity of the words, paribhashika shabdas. And then the arriving at the meaning, etc., all the various upakaranas for analyzing the doubt, that's all, one is empowered in the process of Shravana. Shravana is not just translating, just translating into English, that is not Shravana. But then, even as we do Shravana, simultaneously the analysis, the vichara goes on in our mind. We keep doing that. And then empowered by these methods, which are given by Shastra itself and by the Sampradayas, we are empowered to look into various questions by ourselves. If necessary, we can take help. So all the samsaya nivritti. If doubts are there, then what Vedanta says, what I understand will not be firm. I will not have a conviction about that this is what it is. I will not be convinced of what Vedanta says and what I have understood. I will not be convinced. Therefore, samshaya nivritti has to happen. And then viparyasa, viparita bhavana is there. Dehoham, our identification, equating ourselves with the body is anadi adhyasa. It has been there. Not with this body. With this body, this is adi only. I equate myself with this body only after I identify with this. After some time, after I am born, after a few years, I identify with this is me. In childhood, early babyhood, the identification is not very clear. Even though sensation is there, something pinching, something hurting, the baby cries, that is there. But identification with the body, I am a man, I am a woman, etc., that comes little later. Then onwards, the Sharira Tadatmya, Deha identification is there with this Deha. With this Deha, this is beginning. This Adhyasa has a beginning. Whereas, with the body, with the Deha in general, that is Anadi. Right? This Anadi, beginningless, Adhyasa is there. And therefore, the impressions, samskaras gathered through this Adhyasa, they are also strong. The impressions, the imprints in me, the person, the imprints are very, very strong. I am strongly conditioned. To decondition me takes a lot of effort. It's like, suppose somebody is contaminated, somebody's person, the body is contaminated, then they take into a tub or something and then spray and all the spray soap and all that they do. Scrubbing and all they do, like that, decontaminate. Like that, I am been conditioned strongly by my own thinking, my own beliefs also conditioned, and then the way I interpret life experiences, life events, the way I interpret, that again adds to this conditioning. We are heavily conditioned, loaded. Our unconscious is heavily loaded. This is a fact. Our unconscious is heavily loaded. Kashaya, very strong kashayas are there. Generally, this is there. It takes a lot of effort, patience, prayerfulness, and satsanga to overcome, to loosen the hold of these conditioning over me. When you say Upanishad Dhatu Artha, Visarana, Gati, Avasadhana, Visarana, loosening. What is the loosening? The loosening of this unconscious, the conditioning, heavy conditioning. Dehoham, I am this body, full stop. The body is me, I am this body. Mind is me, I am the mind. The feeling is me, I am the feeling. My view is me, that is me. Right? I am this view, my view. I am my belief. Belief is me. My conclusions are me. This strong conditioning has to be loosened. Okay. That the viparyasa has to go away. Therefore, nididhyasana is there. Samshaya nivrityartham manana is there. Pratibandha nivritti, viparya and samshaya, they are pratibandhas only. And those pratibandha nivrityartham manana nididhyasana yatha sambhavam, as possible, as necessary. If there is an adhikari who is uttamottamaha, even at the shravana kale, upadesha kale eva, artha bodhaha is there, the person understands, the person is fully ready. Unfortunately, not everyone is fully ready. In fact, most of the people are not fully ready. I am not fully ready when the Guru does the upadesha. I am not available fully. I have a lot of inhibitions. My own thinking, my own belief, my own convictions, my own conditioning, they inhibit me from seeing and owning the truth, the vision presented by the teaching. I am not fully available. Because I am not fully available, I don't grasp fully. It's not dridha, it is not firm in me. Somewhat, I cannot say that it is not there anymore. Aham Brahma iti, that jnanam is not there, I cannot say, but that is not dridha, shaky. Only something has to happen in my life, then this jnana goes. Like the fluff, cotton fluff, dandelion. Dandelion? Dandelion, yeah. Like that, you just fly some meters away, goes away. Shaky knowledge. That has to become firm, dridha. I have to own this. I have to be that. Okay, be the truth. The truth is, I am the truth. I be the truth. That's the understanding has to happen. Therefore, tad artha grahana dardhyaya, for the sake of dardhya, anumanam api na bhavat, pramanam bhavat. Anumana also is a tool. Reasoning is a tool, is a help, an auxiliary. And what type of anumana? Vedanta Vākya avirodhi. Napumsakalinga, anumanam, pramanam, napumsakalinga, therefore avirodhi. Pullinga will be avirodhi, dirgha will be there. Avirodhi, not virodhi, not in contest, not in opposition, not in contradiction with the Vedanta Vākya. Ishvaraha ekaha, suppose Vedanta says. And then, suppose I say Ishvaraha nana Ishvaraha, that anumana, Jagat kartaraha aneke, prasadadi kartruvat. People who build mansions, there are many masons, brick masons are there, there are many masons who work on that, there are many people who work on that. Similarly, the earth, the world, not the earth, that's the universe. Not the universe is made up of, created by many gods. Right? That's an anumana I can make, I may make. But that is in diametrically opposite to what the Shruti says. Advitiyaha ekameva advitiyam. Therefore, that anumana is not useful, is not taken. Shruti matas tarkaha anusandhiyatam. No, that's what I'm looking for, the other, the related sentence there. Dustarkat suviramyatam. Dustarkat suviramyatam. Shrutimatatarkaha anusandhiyatam. Vākyārtascha vicāryatam. Brahma Sūtra, Brahma Jigyāsa, Vākyārtaha vicāryatam. Brahma vicāryatam. Okay? Vākyārta is Brahma Atma. Upadesha Panchakam, right? Sadhana Panchakam. This is the beginning. This is somewhere near the later, much later. Vākya arthascha vicāryatāṁ, dustarkāt suviramyatāṁ. Don't take to faulty reasoning, erroneous reasoning, kutarka, shushkatarka. Go along with those tarkas. Use those reasonings which are conducive to the understanding. The understanding is necessary for Brahma avagati, means moksha. Keep the purushartha in sight. What is it that I am seeking? If I am clear about that, then my process of inquiry also will be clear. If I am not clear about moksha, purushartha, then confusion. People are clear about, people know, people understand that I am a mumukshu, yes, in a way, yes. But then, in order to see myself as a jigyasu, that needs a lot of transformation. And only when a jigyasu, when person sees oneself as a jigyasu, the vichara proceeds on correct lines. Otherwise, people will be clear about, I want freedom, I want happiness, everybody wants it. But then what do you do for it? How do you propose to get that happiness that you are seeking? People err in the means. Some people say drinking brings me happiness, drugs brings me happiness, etc., etc., etc. Money brings me happiness, fame brings me happiness. My biceps and triceps bring happiness. Belly or absence of belly brings happiness. Dadi brings happiness, etc. All erroneous, all misconceptions. People are confused with reference to sadhanas mainly. Mainly with reference to sadhanas. The sadhana confusion is because sadhya is not very clear. Not clear about purushartha. Satyam mithya confusion, don't ask. Plenty. Every turn of life, the mithya is taken as satyam, anatma is taken as atma, atma is taken as anatma, adhyasa. Every turn of life, every step of life, there is adhyasa. Error. How do we expect to accomplish the right result, right, with all the erroneous steps? How is it possible? How am I going to? My very first step is erroneous. Aham jivaha, erroneous. I am the deha, I am the body, erroneous, wrong step. How am I going to discover freedom when I have concluded first step itself is wrong? Therefore, this is all, anumana is necessary, reasoning is necessary, but go along, take to those anumanas which are Vedanta Vākya avirodi. Bhashikar. There are plenty of such Vedanta Vākya avirodi anumana, there are plenty. Shruti itself gives a lot. Avinashitvat ityadi. Shruti itself says. Nasti akritaha kritena. It's all full of reasoning. Vacharambanam. It's all full of reasoning only. Not just mere words. Full of reasoning. Loaded with truth. Loaded with reasoning. So therefore, that needs to be taken too. They are necessary. As whatever that is necessary needs to be taken. To the extent it is necessary, it is to be taken. For a uttama adhikari, yes. Manana apeksha, yukti apeksha is not there, may not be there. Like Nachiketas, may not be there. But then, for other sadhaka, manana apeksha is there. Nididhyasana apeksha is there. Shravana is a must. Manana as necessary. Nididhyasana as necessary. Manana nididhyasana is not always indispensable. Always means, for the uttamadhikari, they are dispensable. An adhikari, should not be anadhikari. An adhikari, like Nachiketas, for that adhikari, manana is not necessary. Nididhyasana is not necessary, because the samshayas are answered. Viparyasa, neutralized, nullified. No kashaya, no rasa asvada. But the other two, Mandukya we see, no? Vikshepa, Laya, Laya, Vikshepa, Kashaya, Rasasvada. Laye Sambodhaye Chittam Vikshiptam Samayet Punaha Samapraptam Na Chalayet Nasvadayet Rasam Tatra Sakashayam Vijaniyat Prajnaya Nisango Bhavet. All these pratibandhas are neutralized for whom? For that person, yukti is not necessary, manana is not necessary, nididhyasana is not necessary. They are not an absolute necessity, but they are a necessity for madhyama and mandadikari. They are a necessity. Shravana is the only thing that is a must for uttamadikari and madhyamadikari also. And for the manda madhyamadikari who has pratibandhas, manana nididhyasana apeksha is there. It is there. So here what Bhashyakara says, tad artha grahana dardhyaya anumanamati pramanam. For that adhikari, the anumana is needed, helpful. Vichara is necessary. Pramanam bhavate na nivaryate. It's not totally dismissed. It is not totally negated as useless. Not as useless here. It's not negated totally. And further, not only this helps in the artha grahana dardhya, jnana dardhya, Shruti itself points out the necessity, the need for vichara. Shrutya evacha sahayatvena tarkasya abhyupetatvat. It's agreed, abhyupeta. It's agreed by Shruti itself that tarkasya abhyupetatvat. Tarka is accepted. Sahayatvena in the form of sahaya, itambade, as the help. Sahayatvena. That is not the main pramana, but it is sahaya. Sahakari it is. By Shrutya evacha. Shrutya, by Shruti itself. The Shruti itself mentions that tarka is necessary, helpful. In the Kathopanishad we have Naishamatihi Tarkena Apaneya. There, Tarkena, that means Shruti Virodhi Tarkena, Sushka Tarkena, Dushtarkena, Dustarkena, that is the meaning there. Tarkena Apaneya. Whereas, some other places Shruti mentions the necessity for vichara. Vichara means analysis. Analysis means reasoning, anumana, etc. Yukti. Not only anumana, yukti. Yukti is necessary. Yukti means arthapatti also, upamana also, anupalabdhi also, the other also they are used. And then Shruta arthapatti is there, and so on. Where is it said here? Shrutya eva, you say, which Shruti says that tarka is necessary? Tatahi, to explain, tatahi, to illustrate, tatahi, shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, iti shrutihi, panditaha medhavi, gandharan eva, upasampadhyeta, evameva iha acharyavan purushaha veda iti cha purusha buddhi sahayyam atmanaha darshayati. Shrutihi darshayati, shows. Shruti itself shows. Which Shruti? Shrotavyaha mantavyaha. Atmavare drashtavyaha, shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. Not only shrotavya it says, mantavya also. In fact, Shravana Kale also Shadlingaihi Tatparya Nishchaya is done. That is Shravana. Not just mere hearing, but ascertaining the Tatparya of the Shrutis with the help of the Shadlingas. Shadlingaihi Tatparya Nishchaya Shravanam. There also Vichara is there, Upakrama is there, Upasamhara is there, Arthavada is there, Apurvata is there, right? Phalam is there, etc., etc. So, Tatparya Nishchaya, Shrotavya in itself needs Yukti, and Mantavya definitely Yukti is there. Viparyasa, Samshaya, Nivritti Artha, Vimshaya is there. Shrotavya, Mantavya, Dididhyasitavya, these words indicate. And we see in the Chandogya, we see Shvetaketu is told Tattvamasi, and then Shvetaketu raises questions. Bhuya eva Bhagavan ma vijñāpayatu. Revered Sir, O Father, Revered Sir, please teach me more clearly. I need some clarification, etc., etc. So, and then Acharya, the Uddalaka uses Nyagrodha Palam Ahara, bring the seed of this people tree, etc., and then Bindi, Lavanam Ahara, Lavanam Udake Prasya, throw a salt in water, etc. Gandhara Desha Drishtanta is said here, mentioned here. Tapta Parashudrishtanta is there. So, with all so many Upabrahmhita, Nyaya Upabrahmhita, right? Explained with a lot of this reasoning, it's all there in the Chandogya itself, full of reasoning we see. Examples, Drishtanta, and then reasoning, lot of Yukti is there. Example means Yukti is there. Just not just any example. Example means there is some reasoning in that, backed in that. So, Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha iti Shrutihi. And also, Chandogya, this is Brihadaranyaka, Shrotavya, Mantavya iti. Then, Panditaha Medhavi, Gandhara Purusha, Drishtanta, we see in the Chandogya 6th chapter. This fellow, right, Gandhara Deshiyaha, this fellow, Kaschit, somebody, this fellow is abducted to some remote forest where there are no people at all, not even a village around, no settlement around. Gandhara Deshebhyaha Anyatra Aranye, somewhere far off forest, dense wood, dense forest is taken by these robbers. Choraihi Aranye Badda Netraha Pinadakshoham. The fellow cries, no? My eyes are tight, my hands are tied. I'm suffering, I don't know where I am. Pinadakshaha Badda Netraha, and Ekalaha alone is left in this forest, left to the mercy of the things in the forest. Then that fellow, Kenachit Karunikena Muktabandaha, somebody happens, just good luck, good fortune, some punya. Papa brought the fellow here, but some punya Vishesha made someone come that way. Why should someone come that way? Punya only. Punya alone brings that. Why should it happen? That this fellow was taken, beaten up, and then he was dropped in the forest, robbed, etc. These are all Papa Vashat. But then that somebody should come and release, take compassion on this fellow and then release him and etc. Right? Let's see, Punya only. So, Kenachit Karunikena Muktabandaha. And then that person says, where do you want to go? Where are you from? I am from Gandhara. What do you want now? I just want to go home. That's all. I don't want anything. Just want to go home, reach home. Then you go this way. You are 500 miles away. You are 200 miles away. You have to go this way. Go this way, this way, this way. The person gives the hints also. All the, the signs, what come on the way also, he gives it. So, Mukta Bandhaha san Tadukta Marga Grahana Samarthaha Panditaha. This fellow, Gandhara Deshiya Purusha, this fellow is capable of grasping the guidance. This fellow, when the person says, you go this way, this village comes on the way, and then from there you have to go left, then another village comes, turn right, etc., etc. That you stay for overnight. Otherwise there is a big forest coming in between, etc. All the guide map like that is told, guidance was given. This fellow is a Pandita. Who? This Gandhara Deshiya, intelligent fellow, Pandita, informed, learned fellow, Pandita. And then Medhavi. As he covers distance, as he walks home, he finds, yes, this is the way, and then there are matches with what was told, and then Uha Apoha Vichakshanaha, capable of inferring, capable of, and then asking for guidance, asking for help, asking for etc. Medhavi, an intelligent person. So, Tarka Kushalaha Medhavi iti Swadeshaneva Prapnuyad. It is said, Panditaha Medhavi Gandharan Eva Upa Sampadhyeta. Finally, the fellow reaches his own place safely. Now, to reach home, he needed to be informed, Panditaha. And then he needed to analyze, remember, and then analyze also. As he covers the distance, as he walks the distance, the route, he has to look into it. This, our man said there must be a tree here, huge tree, it's not there now. Somebody must have cut it, okay? some logger must have cut this. Okay. Redwood tree, giant redwood tree, some must have cut. Oh, this happens. People are all selfish and then all global warming, etc. And then keeps thinking and then walks there. Doesn't get lost just because something has changed, okay? Uha poha vichakshanaha iti. Alright, so Gandharan eva upasampadhyeta evameva. In very much the same way, this jiva is lost in this samsara forest, okay? Brought in by Kama Krodhadi Taskara, robbers called, and ambition, greed, avarice, longing, all this, attachment, all this bring this fellow into this forest called samsara. Avidya kama adibihi taskaraihi, taken away from Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, Asmin samsare aranya chittaha, kenachit daya, Swarupena, Guruna, Acharyena, na asitvam samsari. You are not a samsari, sir. You are tattvamasi. Kintu tattvamasi iti upadishta swarupaha san. And then swayam tarka kushalaha chet. As one encounters doubts, comes across doubts, and then as one faces the pratibandhas, the impediments thrown up by one's own self. Impediments that come from outside, they are manageable. We can manage to a large extent. If not this way, you go this way. External impediments are generally manageable, but internal impediments, I need to see them as impediment first of all, and then I need to be committed to overcome them. That's not easy. There needs a lot of courage. Self-introspection needs courage. Only a courageous fellow, strong fellow, emotionally strong person can be introspective. A weak fellow, weak-minded person cannot introspect. The person has to become strong first. For that, upasana, etc., various guru, the satseva, satsanga, etc., the various sadhanas are there. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Nisangatve nirmohatvam. Satsanga brings in all this. Satsanga means the sampradaya. We stick to sampradaya. Okay. Sampradaya with, we take two. Asampradaya with, okay. Can take some inspiration but avoid. Yes. That's the sampradaya. Anyway, okay. So, we internal impediments that one's own clinging, fear, greed, avarice, deha tadatmya, taking myself to the body, commitment to my own body as the temple. Body becomes the temple. Okay? And body becomes my God. Okay? Then that fellow will never discover abiding happiness, freedom. Okay? And then ego dasaha. Okay? Ahankara dasa. One becomes a slave to the ego. That fellow will never discover his freedom. So therefore, it needs a lot of courage. Dhiraha. Kaschit dhiraha avritta chakshuhu. It takes a lot of courage. One has to strengthen oneself. Emotionally stable, intellectually strong. Emotionally stable one has to be. So, that needs a lot of vichara. Tarka kusalaha chet swarupam janiyat na anyatha. Acharyavan purushaha veda. Upadesha is there. Shastra upadesha has to be there. It's not that you just pick up some book and then you read and then become enlightened. You sit somewhere and then you become enlightened. You may do some processing that way. Some of the emotional processing you may be able to help. Certain answers you may find, but the truth, the vision, the freeing, the freedom delivers the freedom, no? Makes the person own the freedom. That only comes through Shastra, only from Upadesha. Therefore, Acharyavan eva purushaha veda iti evameva iha. In the moksha marge, Acharyavan purushaha veda iti cha shrutihi darshayati. Shows. What does it show? Purusha buddhi sahayam. The help, being helped by sahayam. Sahayasya bhavaha sahayam. Being helped by reasoning, vichara, introspection. Purusha buddhi. Purusha buddhi means this tarka here. Purusha buddhi sahayam. Who needs this sahayam? Atmanaha. Atma here is reflexive pronoun. One's one. Shruti. Shrutehe, that's the meaning. Atmanaha, Shrutehe. Shruti tells that I need the help of, that is the meaning. Atmanaha means reflexive pronoun. Shrutehe ityartha. Shrutehe. Shruti needs. When we say Shruti needs, it is not that the Shruti needs the help of this, but for the person to understand the Shruti, the tarka is needed. That is the spirit of this Atmanaha iti. Darshayati. Shruti itself shows that to grasp, to understand, to absorb, to comprehend, to own the meaning of what that Shruti teaches, certain amount of reasoning is necessary. But that reasoning is not an independent means to arrive at the truth here with reference to Atma, but it's a help. Such a inquiry, such a reasoning is a help to understand what the Shruti says. because there are blocks, because there are impediments, to overcome the impediments, the samshaya, viparyaya, manana, nididhyasana, they are required. So, it is not that manana, yukti is totally dismissed as useless, but we say that Shruti is the pramana, yukti is a sahakari. Sahakari not for Shruti, but for me to understand Shruti. Shruti does not need yukti. I need yukti. I need reasoning. Shruti does not need reasoning. I need Shruti. I need yukti to understand what the Shruti says. Alright. That is settled here. Now, when this is said here, manana, yukti is necessary when it is said. Shruti itself shows that manana is required, is a help when it is said. Then the question comes here. In the Purva Mimamsa, there is no need for any yukti. such yuktis as are employed in the Vedanta Vichara, they are not there in the Purvamimamsa. In the Purvamimamsa, it's all only Veda only. Just go by the Veda only. Manana, the Yukti has no role to play in the Purvamimamsa. It's not that there is no Yukti at all. The Purvamimamsa uses certain Yuktis, but they are also indicated in the Veda itself. They are not outside of the Veda, the Yuktis that are necessary, but then they are built, part of Shruti itself. So therefore, in the case of Dharma Jignasa, the case is different. The situation is different from Brahma Jignasa. That Bhashyakara mentions. Na Dharma Jignasayam iva Shrutyadayaha eva Pramanam Brahma Jignasayam. Brahma Jignasayam Vishaya Saptami, in the matter of Brahma Jignasa, Brahma Vichare, Jignasye Brahmani Ityartha, Tikakar. Jignasye Brahmani, in the matter of understanding Brahma Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, in that Dharma Jignasayam Iva, in the Dharma Jignasa, Shruti, etc. The Shruti, etc. means Shruti, Linga, Vākya, Prakarana, Sthana, Samakhyaha. The Purvamimamsa Acharyas point out these 6 parameters, factors to arrive at the understanding of the Shruti Vakyas with reference to Karma. Karma Vakyas, Karma Kanda Vakyas are to be understood in place. What is the Krama, which is the main yaga, and which is the Vikara, Vikruti it is, and which is the Anga, which is Angi, what is the Krama, sequence, etc. In all these, there are, in arriving at this, the ascertainment, because Karma means a very methodical, you do the karma methodically, step by step, very meticulously. In addition to that, there is religiosity. Shraddha is the Shraddha Purvakam, you do it. Religiously means Shraddha. Shraddhaya, that's all the meaning here. Religious rites, religious rituals means Shraddha, that's the meaning here. Shraddha is there. And then samskaras, etc. is there. And then lot of niyamas are there, restrictions are there, rules are there, lot of do's and don'ts are there. Suppose in some yaga visheshas, the one who performs the main, the yajamana, yajnakarta, for some days he has to remain isolated. Only the yaga shala, yajna time, the person is present, remains in isolation. The person should not even scratch, scratch oneself with one's own fingers or thumbs or the hand, fingers or the nails. One should not scratch, even that is not allowed. One should lie on the floor only, no bed, no cot, nothing. Just lie on the floor only while resting, night time. Lot of restrictions. It's not easy to follow those niyamas. If suppose somebody feels scratching, that person needs to scratch, something is there, something is given, is it? Only that you can use, not your fingers and nails. Simple. Only you must drink only this much milk, this much this only, etc. This cow's milk only, etc., etc. is there. Lot of niyamas are there. All are arrived at by the Purvamimamsa. When done with all the niyamas, only then the karma is complete. Only then the karma palam complete. You get completely. Otherwise, there will be doshas, defects will be there. Some anartha will be there. Incomplete result will be there. So therefore, all this vichara is done thoroughly there. In the Purva Mimamsa, in the Dharma Mimamsa, Shruti Adayaha Pramanam. Shruti, Linga, Vākya, Prakarana, Sthana, Samakyaha iti they list. They are technical, they are all Paribhashika Sabdas. Shruti, Linga, Vākya, their own sense. They don't have the normal sense, but then in the Paribhashika, technical meaning, peculiar meaning, Paribhashika Sabdas. So they are the Pramana iti. Shrutyadeha eva Pramanam. And those Shruti, Linga, etc., they are within Veda itself. Veda itself indicates that Shrutyadeha eva Pramanam in Brahma Jignasa. Brahma Jignasayam, Shruti alone is not the Pramanam. Then what else is there? So now this sentence, Na Dharma Jignasayamiva, is preceded by a question here. In the understanding of Brahma, reasoning, etc., is not necessary. It's not necessary, it's not tenable, it's not applicable. Because what is revealed here is Brahma, this is Veda Artha. Veda Arthatvat, Manana, Yukti, Apeksha is not there. Like Dharma iti. Kintu, but then whatever that is within Veda, that alone can be taken. Outside of Veda, you don't have to take. You don't have to take. You see, there's one question here. Like in Dharma Jignasa, we don't go outside of Veda for arriving at the Tatparya. So too in Brahma Jignasa, we should not go for Anumana, etc. This is the question here. That's answered. Na iti. Na Dharma Jignasayam iti. In the matter of Dharma Jignasa, in knowing Dharma, we don't go outside of Veda. Right? But in the matter of knowing Brahma, we do take other Pramanas also as a Sahakari. Bhashyakara explains. Kintu Shruti Adayaha Anubhava Adayaha Cha Yatha Sambhavam Iha Pramanam Shruti etc. Padat, Adi Padat, Anumana, Arthapatti, etc. Shruti Adayaha and Anubhava Adayaha cha. Anubhava here is Vidvat Anubhavaha, Brahma Sakshatkaraha, that is the Vidvat Anubhavaha. And before I explain Anubhava, this is the Adi Padat, Anubhava Adi, Adayaha. Manana Nididhyasana. And also, any upasana necessary, and then take into Samadhamadi sadhana, these are all the apeksha. Even though Samadhamadi is not a pramana, upasanam is not a pramanam, but they are means. They are sadhana. They are not pramana, but they are means. So, Bhashyakara says, Anubhava Adayaha cha yathasambhavam iha pramanam iti. So, pramana and upasana, samadhama, they are sadhana, they are not pramana, but they also need to be taken. Samadhama is not necessary for dharma jignasa. Right? It's not necessary for viveka vairagya, it's not necessary. Mumukshutvam, definitely not needed for dharma jignasa. Whereas here, is all needed. Shruti adayaha, Shruti, Anumana, Arthapatti, and any other Pramana, Anubhava Adayaha cha, Anubhava, Manana, Nididhyasara. And what is this Anubhava here? Anubhava here, Tikakara says, Anubhavaha is Vidvat Anubhavaha. What do you mean Vidvat Anubhavaha? Vidvan's Anubhava is the mind of the wise person, the thinking of the wise person. The thinking of the wise person is filled with wisdom. The mind is filled with wisdom. Anything that the world that is taken in by the Vidwan, anything that is taken, Rupa, sabda, sparsha, rasa, gandha, any of these, or any word, anybody's behavior, anybody's action, anything happening, any phenomenon, right? Natural or human, done by human, phenomenon, anything. As it is taken in the light of wisdom only. Sarvam Brahma, Sarvam Ishvaraha, Ahamasmi. In that light alone it is taken. And when any response comes from this Vidwan, all that response also comes in the light of the wisdom alone. Anything that comes in and goes out, all that happens in the light of the truth, oneness, the freedom, fullness, fulfillment, happiness, that alone. No karta, no bhokta, no sukhi, no dukhi, no dvesha, adveshta, sarvabhutana, maitraha, karunaha. These are all expressions of purnatva. So in purnatva alone, everything comes in, everything goes out. Anything goes out. Goes out means any response from the person is all in purnatva only. So the mind is soaked, filled with purnatva. So any thought, anything that happens in the mind is soaked with fullness. That is called anubhavaha. That's all. Correct? So this anubhava word with reference to the mind of the wise person, the way of the mind of the person, the nature of the mind of the person is called anubhavaha. And where from this nature comes? Wisdom only, jnana only. So this is an anubhava, is an expression in terms of the mind of the wisdom. That's all. It is not other than the wisdom. That's all. So anubhava is only jnanam. Vidvat anubhava is only jnanam. And that jnana expression through the mind, in the mind, at the mind, that is called vidvat anubhava. Actually, Vidvat Anubhava is not a pramana actually. Vidvat Anubhava is a pramana for Vidwan. But then for me, how is Vidvat Anubhava pramana? Vidvat Anubhava is Shraddha Janaka, that's all. Itaresham Shraddha Janakaha, that's all. When I see a Vidwan, suppose I think so and so is a Vidwan, Jnani, a person of wisdom, suppose I see. And then I see the person's life, that person's behavior. As Arjuna asked, no? Stita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava stitadihi kim prabhasheta kim asita kim vrajeta, etc. Right? So if I look at if I think that so and so is a wise person, and then looking at that expression, etc., I'm inspired. I have Shraddha, my Shraddha increases. So, Vidvat Anubhava is Shraddha Janaka for other people. In that way, it becomes a help. Vidvat Anubhava is a pramana for Vidwan. Correct? For a Vidwan, that is not, it's not already done, it's already there. Wisdom is there already. Therefore, Vidvat Anubhava is considered as a pramana in the sense that it generates Shraddha, strengthens Shraddha in the others. Thereby it's called as Anubhava. Anubhava adayaha cha yatha sambhavam, as applicable, as possible. Yatha sambhavam iha Brahma vichare pramanam. Why so? Anubhava avasanatvat bhutavastu vishayatvat cha brahmajnanasya. Brahmajnana is anubhava avasanam. Anubhava means aparoksha, jnana is the avasana. The culmination of brahmajnana is in aparoksha jnana. As I said, anubhava, the word is meaningful only in terms of in the light of the mind, the working of the mind of the wise person. That's called Vidvat Anubhava. That means aparoksha jnana only. This anubhava is not something, right? It's not that you know that and then you have to experience. This anubhava we don't translate as experience because it leads to problem, misunderstanding. Even though the word anubhava is usually translated as experience, this word we don't translate as experience here because it leads to you know something and then you experience. You get something and then you experience. There is nothing to be experienced here. Experience means there is an experiencer and experienced, that division, right? That's no division here. I want to enjoy Brahma, I want to enjoy Ishvara, experience Ishvara. There is no such thing. In order to ward off that misconception, misconstruing, we avoid giving this meaning, experience, for the word anubhava here. We don't translate as an experience. You only say anubhava here means aparoksha jnanam. The mind filled with aparoksha jnana. That is the anubhava. That's all the anubhava here.
Can we take a Sushupti anubhava?
No. That's all. Samsari also has that.
To figure out this mithyatva, jagata,
No. That's all upaya. Mithyatva of jagat is upaya. We are talking about Brahma here. Mithyatva of jagat is upaya, yes. For that, Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, Anubhava, they are all help, yes. But here we are talking about Brahma Jnana, Atma Jnana. For that, your Atma Anubhava is Vidvat Anubhava, not Jagra Anubhava. That is not here. It's upaya. It's upaya bhuta. To arrive at the Mithyatva of this Jagra Prapancha, you think through, you analyze, waking experience, dream experience, etc. You experience. There it is for the upaya. Right? Mithyatva is only, Mithyatva Nishta is upaya here. Here we are talking about the avasana here. The very culmination, anubhava avasanatvat. After all, you know that Brahma, you know, aparokshataya as myself. This is me, this Brahma is me, iti. I am that Brahma. Jagat Karanam, Sarvajnam, Sarvashakti, Advitiyam Brahma, Purnam Brahma, Ahamasmi iti. This is the culmination. This is called Anubhava. Right? Aparoksha Jnana is the Anvasana. Right? Brahma Jnanasya Anubhava Avasanatvat. Also, suppose a Vidwan, suppose a person is there, Vidwan, really a Vidwan is there, Jnani is there. Suppose somebody else asks the person, this Jnani, hey Jnani, hey Jnanin, are you aware, do you understand that Sarvam Brahma, Sarvam Ishvaraha? Yes, I do. Right? Yes, I do. Do you see everything as Ishvarana? Yes. See means what? Understand, not see with the eyes. Do you see everything as Ishvarana? I see you as you, me as me only. But then I see the truth of you and me as Ishvara. This I understand. This understanding is called seeing. Okay. Do you see everything, Ishvara in everything? Yes, I see. See means I know, I understand. Have you seen God? I see God in everything. What do you mean by you see everything? As the truth of everything is God, that I know. I'm very sure about this. There is no confusion, there is no mistake, there is no doubt, there is no ajnana with reference to whatsoever it is. So, here the Vidwan says, yes, I know. If the person knows. Honest person. Okay? A dishonest person may say, without knowing the person, then I know. Okay? Just to impress you, the person may say, I am a jnani, Atma jnani, Brahma jnani, I am Nitya Muktaha, etc. The person has to be honest there. I cannot be dishonest to myself. If I know, I know. If I don't know, I am yet to know. If I have doubts, yes, I have to clear my doubts. If I still have pratibandhas, yes, I need to work on myself. If there are impediments, I must be honest, yes. I have these problems, I have these blocks, mental blocks are there, these unhealthy conditionings are there, I need to be free from these beliefs I need to be free from. One person has to be honest. Therefore the Kenopanishad says, Satyam Ayatanam Pratishtha. Kenopanishad says, based on Satyam. It all stands on, Jnanam stands on truth only. One's commitment to truth. Satyam. My commitment to know the truth and understand it and base my life on the truth. That is Satya. That commitment is there. Jnana stands on Satyam. The person's commitment to know, to understand what is really the truth. And then the commitment to base one's life on that, base one's thinking, response, making choices, right? Interactions, all on that. That is Satyam. Jnana stands on Satyam. Without Satyam, Jnanam is Bahuduram. Satyam Ayatanam. Satyam Pratishtha. Alright. So, here the Jnani, the person knows, yes, I know. Na apapnuvita. Somewhere we see in the Upanishad. If someone asks, do you know? Have you understood? If I have understood, I can say yes. Yes, I have understood. Yes, I am Brahma. Yes, I am Sarvam. I am Ishvara. Ishvara is everything. Yes. So, the culmination is in the Anubhava Avasana. Anubhava is the person knowing the truth, owning the truth, being the truth, living the truth. That is the Anubhava. And further, Brahmajnana is about Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvacha Brahmajnanasya. Brahmajnana's Vishaya is Bhuta Vastu, Siddha Vastu. This clause Bhashyakara puts in for the following discussion. Throws the seed for the following discussion. This Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvat, based on this, question is going to be raised here. Analysis is going to follow. Brahma is Siddha Vastu, whereas Dharma is Sadhya. That's going to point out here. Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvacha Brahmajnanasya, whereas Dharma Jnana is Bhavya Vastu Vishaya, Sadhya Vishaya. Dharma is Sadhya. Already we saw this. Dharma is Sadhya, Brahma is Siddha iti we saw already. That, to bring in the discussion, he presents this. Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvacha, Siddha Vastutvat Brahmanaha iti. It's not something that you accomplish. Na akritaha kritena iti. It's not krita. It's not kriti sadhya. It is Bhuta Vastu Vishaya. Dasamavate. Therefore, Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvacha Brahmajnanasya. That he elaborates. Kartavyehi Vishaye Na Anubhava Apeksha Asti Iti Shrutyadinam Eva Pramanyam Syat. Kama that Purusha Adhina Atma Labhatvacha Kartavyasya. He, indeed, in the matter of Kartavya, what is to be done, to be accomplished. Kartavya Vishaye Dharme, when you know about certain karma, first of all, you need to know how the karma is done, what for the karma is done, and who can do this karma, whether I can do this karma, whether I must do this karma, right? All this you know first. Like Swargakam, Jyotishtoma, Jnana you get first. And then you do Jyotishtoma Yaga. Jnatva Karma Kurvita is there. Without knowing, one cannot perform this. Knowing is not the completion of this. Then you have to do. Only when you do this, you get the phalam of the karma. This yaga phala you get only after by doing the karma. Like cookery book, okay? You read the cookery book, you don't get cakes and pastries. Knowing how to make cakes, you need to cook, you need to make the cakes. So dharma is something like this. How to build your own car, okay? I read the book, and then car doesn't come. Yeah, you know how to make my car, but you have to make it, okay? You still have to make it. Therefore, here, Kartavya Vishaye na Anubhava Apeksha Asti. What apeksha is there then? Kartavya apeksha is there. Anubhava apeksha na asti iti. Further, here dharma is jijñāsya, dharma jijñāsa. There this svarga you don't experience now. You can't experience now. You should not experience svarga now. You should not be experiencing heaven now here. Okay. Sorry, something itchy. Dryness in the skin, no? Like, sorry. I've been resisting, but then could not. I had to succumb to this. Alright. So, Swarga is not the matter for experiencing here now. Swarga is paroksha. Kartavya vishaye Swargadau Anubhavapeksha is not possible. There is no expectancy, there is no need, there is no possibility also to experience Swarga here. Therefore, in the matter of Kartavya, Anubhavapeksha is not there. And then there is Manana, etc. Repeated Shravanam, not needed there. Manana Nididhyasana, you don't have to do about this Swarga Kama, Jyotishtoma Yaga. But then, therefore, there Shrutyadinam eva Pramanyam Syat. Shruti Linga, Shrutyadi means the Mimamsaka terms. Shruti Linga, Vākya, Prakarana, Sthana, Samakhya. They alone are the Praman, they have Pramanyam there. And further, Purusha Adhina Atma Labhatvacha Kartavyasya. Kartavya Swarga, which has to be done, gotten through Jyotishtoma Karma, that is Purusha Adhina Atma Labhatva. Atma Labha, gaining existence, coming into existence. Atma here is reflexive pronoun. That's Swarga Labha. Getting Swarga, manifesting Swarga. Manifesting Swarga existence for this Jiva is Purusha Adhina. Depends upon the person doing that. Purusha Kartavya Adhina, Purusha Tantra it is. Purusha Adhina Atma Labhatvat Kartavyasya. In the matter of Dharma Jijñāsa, Anubhava Apeksha is not there. What Apeksha is there then? Purusha Kartavya Apeksha is there, not Anubhava Apeksha. Dharmasya, that is Swargadehe, Adrishtatvat. There is no Anubhava Apeksha here. Here that is not there. Whereas Brahmajnana is not you understand elsewhere. Here now, in you, with you, as you understand. So there is Anubhava Apeksha here. And further, Kartum, Akartum, Anyatha va Kartum, Sakyam, Laukikam, Vaidikam cha Karma. Vaidikam karma, laukikam cha karma, kartum sakyam, akartum sakyam, anyathava kartum sakyam. We know this sentence based on this Bhashya line only. This is the source of, we've been hearing so far now. I heard 100 times. This is the moolam for that sentence. I already know this. You already know based on this only. Somebody told you, that's all. That somebody studied this Brahma Sūtra Vākya, that's all. This is the source for that Vākya. Karma is kartum sakyam. A karma, particular karma action I may do. Akartum sakyam, I may not do also. Anyatava kartum sakyam, I can do the thing differently also. Do it this way, do it differently, or don't do it at all. All these are all Purusha Adhina, Purusha Tantra it is. Okay? Not only Laukikam karma, Vaidika karma also such vikalpa is there. I can decide to do Jyotishtoma Yaga if I am Swargakami. Even if I am a Swargakami, Jyotishtoma I don't want to do. Let me do Ramanama Japa. Okay. Anyatava Kartum. I'll not do this year. Akartum Sakyam. Okay. Purusha Tantra Adhina it is. Yatha Ashvena Gacchati Padbhyam Anyatha Nava Gacchati. Some fellow goes. How does the fellow go? Ashvena gacchati, rides on horseback. Or Padyam, there is Anyata, goes walking. Or simply Nava gacchati, I will not go today. Okay? Nava gacchati iti kartum akartum anyatava anyatava kartum shakyam iti laukika karma example. This is laukika karma. Like this, Vaidika karma also, this vikalpa is there in many places. That is pointed out. Okay. We'll leave it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Sanno mitra samvarunaha sanno bhavat varyama sanna indro brihaspatihi sanno vishnurukramaha namo brahmane namaste vayo tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi tvameva pratyaksham brahmavadisham ritamavadisham satyamavadisham tanmamavit tadvattaramavit avin mam avivattaram. Om shanti shanti shanti. Sahana bhavatu sahanau bhunaktu saha viryam karavavagai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vivishavagai. Om shanti shanti shanti. Yaschandasam rishabho visvarupaha chandobhyodhyamrita sambhabhuva samendro medhaya aspranotu amritasya devadharano bhuyasam shariram me vicharshanam jihva me madhumattama karnabhyam bhuri visruvam brahmana koshosi medhaya pihitaha shrutam me gopaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Aham vrikshasya reriva kirtif vrishangireriva urdhva pavitro vajiniva samritamasmi dravinagum savarchasam sumedha amritokshitaha iti trisankor vedanu vachanam. Om shanti shanti shanti. Purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva shishyate. Om shanti shanti shanti. Apyayantu mama ganiva pranashchakshusro tramatho balamindriya nicha sarvani sarvam brahmaupanishadam brahmanira kuryam ma brahmanira karot anira karanamastvanira karanam me astu tadatmani nirate ya upanishatsu dharma te mayi santu. Om shanti shanti shanti. Vam me manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishthitam aviravirma edhi vedasya maani isthaha shrutam me Vitenahoratran sandadhami ratam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadbhaktaramavatu avatu mam avatu bhaktaramavatu bhaktaram. Om shanti shanti shanti. Bhadranno abhivataya manaha. Om shanti shanti shanti. भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तगुंहदेवमबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तःस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वाय एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः भूरम्भांस्यनलो विलोम्बरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदम् यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम् यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदम् यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितम् स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येतत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतम् चैश्वर्यमव्याहतम् वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णम् सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तुच्छन्न संशयाः निधये सर्ववेद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणाम् सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः व्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानम् वर्षेष्ठान्ते वसदृषिगणैरावृतम् ब्रह्म आचार्येन्द्रम् करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपम् स्वाद्यरामम् मुदितवदनम् दक्षिणामूर्तिमीरे अङ्गुष्ठतर्जनीयोगमुद्राभ्याजेन देहिनाम् श्रुत्यर्थम् ब्रह्मजीवैक्यम् दर्शयन्नोऽवताच्छिवः अशुभानि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिम् स्मृतिमात्रेण यत्पुंसाम् ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलम् परम् अतिकल्याणरूपत्वान्नित्यकल्याणसंश्रयात् स्मर्तॄणाम् वरदत्वाच्च ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलम् विदुः ओङ्कारश्चाथ शब्दश्च द्वावेतौ ब्रह्मणः पुरा कण्ठम् भित्त्वा विनिर्यातौ तस्मात् माङ्गलिकावुभौ ॐ अथ